Have you ever wondered if a single rubber plant leaf can actually become a whole new plant? Well, this is the result of a 9-month experiment. And what I discovered completely changed the way I propagate rubber plants. But I'll warn you, if you do not have patience, this project isn't for you. Because these tiny cuttings took months, not weeks, to become the healthy plants you're looking at today. And today is finally the day I'm giving each one its own pot. But before I do that, let me show you exactly how this happened and the biggest lessons I learned along the way. It all started in October 2025. I decided to prune my mature rubber plant, and instead of throwing away the cuttings, I turned them into an experiment. I wanted to answer one simple question: which propagation method is actually faster, soil or water? So I divided the cuttings into two groups. Some went into soil, others went into water. But before that, I did something many gardeners recommend. I dipped the cuttings into rooting hormone powder. Rooting hormone contains compounds that imitate the plant's natural growth hormones. They encourage root cells to develop faster, giving many cuttings a better chance of successful propagation. Is it necessary? Not at all. Rubber plants root perfectly fine without it. It simply gives the process a little boost. Another common recommendation is to leave fresh cuttings out for a few hours before planting. This allows the cut surface to dry slightly and form a thin protective layer called a callus, which helps reduce the chances of rot. I skipped that step this time, and thankfully, the cutting still rooted successfully. But there was one thing I absolutely did not skip. Every cutting had a node. Without a node, a rubber plant leaf can produce roots and stay alive for years, but it will never grow into a new plant. The node is where new stems and leaves are created. Without it, there is simply no growing point. For the soil cuttings, I planted them carefully, making sure the upper part of the node stayed above the soil. That's important because the roots grow from the lower part of the node, while the new shoot develops from the top. Then I watered the soil lightly. For water propagation, I placed 4 cuttings into pots with fresh water. I changed the water every 7 to 10 days. Fresh water contains more dissolved oxygen, and replacing it regularly also helps prevent bacteria and algae from building up. Finally, I placed every cutting in bright indirect light, not direct sunlight. Direct sun can heat the water, stress the cuttings, and dry them out before they have a chance to establish roots. Then the waiting began. After 27 days, the first results were already clear. The water-grown cuttings had produced long, wide, healthy roots. Every single one rooted successfully. The soil cuttings were also rooting, but much more slowly. Their leaves still looked healthy, yet their roots were tiny compared to the ones growing in water. At that point, the winner was obvious. Water propagation was much faster. So I transferred the remaining soil cuttings into water as well. Within the next few weeks, every cutting had developed a healthy root system. And I thought the hard part was over, but I was wrong. Now every cutting had beautiful roots, but there was one problem. Where was the new plant? Weeks passed, still no new growth. Only roots. That's when I realized something important. Growing roots is only the first half of propagation. The real challenge is waiting for the dormant bud inside the node to wake up and produce a completely new shoot. And that takes time. Once the roots were strong enough, I planted 4 cuttings into a well-draining soil mix. For nearly 5 months, almost nothing seemed to happen. Then one day, tiny green shoots finally appeared. That moment made every day of waiting worthwhile. Slowly, those tiny shoots became stronger. New leaves unfurled. The stems thickened. These little cuttings had transformed into healthy young plants, ready for their own individual pots. Seeing them today, it's hard to believe they all started as simple leaf cuttings. And here's one final surprise. And I left one of the stem cuttings sitting in water just to see what would happen. Nearly 7 months later, it rewarded my curiosity by producing a brand new leaf while still growing in water. Plants really do have their own timeline. Sometimes all they need is the right conditions and a patient gardener. If you'd like to watch this experiment from the very beginning and see every stage of the propagation process, check out my original experiment video. I have linked it in the comments.